today we put the word out to the community that if people wanted to come in and help us do this project, you can see it's an immense amount of work. There's thousands of these little taros to process. They could take it home. They learn about the process. Some of them are experts already. But they get in touch. They kind of rekindle their affinity for haloa, which is a Hawaiian name for taro. So this makes this into a big community effort. It's really a way of gathering the community around our taro collection, and it helps us out and helps out the community as well.
Especially the malas, they'll give these big groups to the small families.
We have so many kalo varieties here in Hawaii because when our kupuna came here, they would bring maybe 1 or 2 varieties with them, and they would plant it on the kai, and that would be its own variety. And from the kai, they would take it up, maybe from Keokaha, they take it up to Ola'a, and they go plant it up there, and it would take on a whole new trait because it's so misty and it's so high in elevation. It would take on a whole different trait, and it would become its own variety, its own morphological trait, would actually change the DNA of it. And then they would take that same variety and they would go plant it in Ka'u, in the desert of Ka'u. And it would take on its own morphological traits. It would become drought tolerant. And then they would take that same variety, they go plant it up in the Kohala Mountains where it's real windy. Our short and stocky kalo can really withstand the wind. Our picos can withstand the wind. Some kalo, like our lauloas, really love shade because they'll grow real tall in that shade and stretch for the sun. So as we move it around the different parts of the island and it's planted in different locations, it mutates. We call it somatic mutation or kahuli. That's why we have so many varieties. Each variety has, it makes a different flavor poi, it makes a different color poi, it has different nutrient values. So it is our kuleana to keep these varieties that our kupuna created alive and perpetuate them for future generations so that they can enjoy the ono of what is available here and not just be narrow in eating only one variety.
You don't want to orchid the lao like over here because when the mo'o come out, it's gonna be like only half, yeah?
Taro is something that needs to be recultivated every year, and when we do that, we can pull out the taro. You basically have some of the taro right here. It can show. So the corms. This is the part that you make the poi from, or eat as table taro. It's the corm, and so in order to replant it, basically you get your cake and eat it too. You cut the corm off. You can take that and eat it, and then you are going to strip this down and cut it so that there's not going to be much left of this at all, just a stem with no leaves on it, and let that dry out and plant that, and that starts the whole cycle over. These are called huli, which means to turn over, and what we're doing is they're turning over the whole cycle of the taro from beginning to end.
Ah,